Here we go.
There's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie. You tell me.
Listen, there's not a lot of good men who want y'all.
It's funny because it's true.
I'm clapping for myself. Where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at Equinox. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're gonna walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't gonna go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we not looking at you.
He ain't lying.
But there's plenty good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. When have you ever heard a woman admit to not being shit? She'll say, this man ain't shit, he ain't shit, he was bad, he was bad, he was bad, he was bad. But for the most part, every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself? Why don't you ask your exes what they think?
What did he say?
Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil.
Perfect.
I'm a flight risk. I don't think they're ready for the shit.
Men are walking away from dating and marriage, and it's really interesting to see how women are responding to it. And instead of looking in the mirror and acknowledging to themselves that they may be part of the problem, they're saying things like this.
Men can't believe that women are single by choice because men are never single by choice. Same as celibacy, men are never celibates by choice.
Pardon me, but that's bullshit.
So let's break this down. First thing she says is that men can't believe that women are single by choice. Let me assure you, we not only believe it, we know it as a fact.
That's the fact, Jack. That's the fact, Jack.
And the majority of the women who are single by choice, it's because they've listened to other women who are also single. Usually not by choice. The ones who are sad, bitter, and lonely, and frankly, miserable, and, well, as they say, misery loves company. So these women are running around making videos and talking it up how they're so happy being single, when the reality says anything different. Again, this is what women are telling themselves because they don't want to face the reality that men are rejecting them.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
And it's better to say that men aren't choosing to be celibate, that women are forcing it on them, because it makes them feel better and avoid having to face the reality that it's them that are being rejected, that it's men who are indeed walking away. I actually feel bad for women that they've reached this point where they're so divested in reality that they resort to things like this.
Stupid.
That they somehow think it makes things better to say things like this. That somehow men are going to suddenly wake up and be attracted to them because women have hurled insults and demeaned them for years now. When the reality is the exact opposite. Men are saying, we're done, ladies. We're not going to deal with your negativity. We're not going to deal with your toxicity.
You're goddamn right.
And the more you double down on it, the more men are walking away. It truly makes me sad that women have reached this point, and the honest truth is they're only going to end up more miserable in the long run.
Bye, Felicia.
Which is the actual goal of many of the women who are perpetuating these myths. Because they can't get a man. They know they can't get a man, and they know they never will. It's why they deride the women who have happy, successful relationships as pick-me's, because they know no one, and I do mean no one, is ever going to pick them.
Nope.
But rather than acknowledge their flaws and do something about them, they feel it's better to just go on the attack.
Oh, there's a big surprise. That's an incredible. I think I'm going to have a heart attack and die from that surprise.
Because again, they think it makes them strong and independent, when the reality is it just ends up with them being alone.
Well, shit.
Would you rather a daughter be trapped in the woods with a bear or with a man?
A bear or man? 100% a bear.
Not a trick question.
A bear.
A bear? You answered right. Why though?
Because a bear might leave you alone. A man, perverted.
Bear.
Okay, why?
Maybe it's a koala bear.
No, it's regular black bear in the woods.
A bear still.
I guess a bear.
Why?
I'm hoping that it takes her as a cub and raises her.
Just bingo.
Probably a bear.
Why?
Because chances are a bear's not going to see a little 4-year-old threat. And she's gonna be fine.
Bear's not hungry. It probably won't bother her. So I guess the bear.
Why? Why?
I don't think the bear will bother him unless they bother him.
Okay, this one might piss off some men. Don't care. Come for me.
I accept that challenge.
I genuinely want to know, what are you referring to when you ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? Because, what do you need from us? What are you looking for? It just seems like such a weak man mentality thing to ask a woman what she brings to the table. I'm not a waitress, okay, first of all. And second of all, let's just be honest. There is nothing that a man can do for me that I can't do for myself. I can make my own money, and I can pay my own bills, and I can raise my own kids. I can buy myself flowers.
Keep telling yourself that, darling.
I can pleasure myself and hit the spot every single freaking time.
Yeah, boy.
So... I just want to know what men mean when they say, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? What are you doing for me?
This bitch, please.
And here's the problem. All of the things that you just listed that you don't need from a man that you can do yourself, they're all things that are outside of just loving him for who he is as a person, right? You're talking about all things that he would physically provide to you. He doesn't want those things to be the sole reason why you're in a relationship with him.
And the truth shall set you free.
And so he doesn't expect those items to be provided by you. He cares about what you can provide emotionally. Are you going to be his peace? Are you going to provide him love? Are you going to mentally, emotionally support him?
Shit just got real.
Some good men's out there. But what it is now, it's the women. It ain't the men no more. The women gone bad. The women's gone bad. It ain't the men's now. It's the women done gone bad.
You gonna flip the script on us?
Yeah, it's the women done gone bad.
You a woman yourself.
I'm a woman myself, but I don't do half the things I see these women do now.
They don't care no more.
That's when the men don't respect them. That's why. Let me tell you something, Amber. You got to give a man respect to get respect.
Habitual line stepper.
You know what I'm saying? You got to give your husband respect to get respect. Because as long as you respect him, ain't too much he gonna do wrong.
Oh, mama.
What happened to men pursuing girls?
Are we really asking this question?
When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore or put in any effort?
I don't think there was a pivotal moment. However, there's been lots of little moments that have added up to a large awakening of a lot of men in regards to whether or not it's worth it to chase women.
Seems like guys can just put the bare minimum and not even really put in effort anymore. They don't really care to.
Well, what's considered to be the bare minimum seems to change on a daily basis, so how can anyone truly know what the bare minimum even is?
They're like, why don't girls just go and make the first move and make the effort?
That's an excellent question. Indeed. Why don't they?
Did it become a thing? Now it's like role reversal where they expect girls to be making the first moves, yearning for a guy and chasing him.
I imagine that happened somewhere around the same time that a lot of women were indicating to men that they want them to leave them alone. So, in a lot of cases, they got exactly what they asked for.
That is, I feel like, the downfall of why it's so hard to meet someone, because men don't put in effort anymore and don't care to put in effort.
But why should they? When the possible benefits of pursuing a woman are often far outweighed by the risks that they undertake in pursuing those same women. It's honestly just not worth it for a lot of men to pursue women, especially when so many women want to be seen as independent and left alone.
Here's your sign.
They only care about 50-50 when it benefits them. Let me explain. What I mean by this is, have you ever noticed that when women bring up a 50-50 conversation, it always has to do with household chores, emotional labor, cooking and cleaning? But the conversation is almost never about when was the last time that you fixed his car? When was the last time you took his car for an oil change? When was the last time that man got to sit on the couch and not hang your pictures on the wall? When was the last time you fixed the plumbing or fixed your own car? Exactly, because 50-50 is not a real thing unless it benefits women.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So let me get this straight. Women have added all of this emotional labor and all of these house chores while he's been working. And what does he get in return? He gets lukewarm effort. He gets lack of loyalty. He gets nagging. He gets a bad attitude. He gets a woman that doesn't value the relationship and doesn't take pride in taking care of a family or him.
It's an evil world we live in.
Women will almost never acknowledge a man's labor in the relationship because it's expected. But when he expects her to cook and clean, oh no, now it's a problem. And you see this a lot when women go to get divorced. The only other time that women give a fuck about 50-50 is when you're going through a divorce.
Write that down, write that down!
Again, because it benefits them. So it's just crazy to me that this is still a conversation, because if you truly believed in 50-50, that man wouldn't have to add more to his plate while you simply sit back and do the same things that you've always been doing. Okay, bye.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I bring like at least $130,000 a month. So whoever ready for me, come on. We gone.
Well, nobody popped the balloon. We're gonna go down the line and see why they didn't pop the balloon.
Okay.
What's your name? What's your age? What you do for a living?
I'm Grace. I'm 21 and I'm a waitress and a hairstylist.
Okay, so why didn't you pop your balloon? What do you like about this guy?
Maybe his income. But I can't see his face. So he could just...
You want me to take my mask off?
Yes, please.
What the hell is even that?
Isn't anybody gonna help that poor man?
So hard to find a high value man. What do you mean by that? Like, all I want is a good guy that takes care of me. But there's plenty of good guys out there. What do you mean by take care of you? I don't know, like make me feel safe, take away my stress, take charge for once. Oh, I get it. So a man you could submit to. Ew, what? A man who's bigger and stronger than you? Yeah. A man who can financially support the two of you? Preferably. A man who takes the lead on things? Sure. Right, a man superior to you. Ugh, why are you saying it like that? Like what? Superior, submit, like all these words are disgusting. Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean that men are superior to me. And I'm a strong woman. I don't submit to anyone. But you want to, huh? How can a man lead if you don't want to submit to that lead? How can a man make you feel safe if he isn't physically superior to you? How can a man support you financially and take away your stress if you don't allow him to? You say that you want all of these things, but the moment a man with those qualities comes around, you feel your independence slipping away and you panic. So how about you submit for once and let one of those good men give you what you want? I'll never submit, and you'll never find a man.
No shit.
So this morning when I woke up in a really bad mood. And I wanted to talk to him about it. So when he asked me the first time, he said, "What's wrong with you? You're acting like you're in a bad mood or something." I said, "No, I'm fine." Okay. So then he asks again. He was like, "No, I can tell something's wrong with you. What's going on? Is there something wrong?" And I said, "No, I'm fine." And then he never asked me again. He never asked again. And what really hurts the most is that I was going to tell him on that third time. I was going to tell him the third time that he asked. And then he just must not care. He must not give a single shit what's wrong with me because he didn't ask for the third time. He did not persist with the questions. He asked twice.
Hey, just tell him the first time, okay? Just tell him the first time, and you'll be good. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna go lay in traffic now, okay?
Men are lazy. Toxic men are lazy. Insecure men are lazy. So when a man sees that you don't take care of yourself, you're looking scrubby in sweats or whatnot in a bun and you're not trying at all, it's because you might be more approachable, but in their mind, they think that you are easier to get to.
What?
Because notice when you get dressed up, when you feel confident, when you are in your own bubble, it literally feels like no one comes up to you. Do you think a guy that has no confidence, a guy that has nothing established, is gonna come up to me and try to get with me? Absolutely not. He's gonna respect me. He might open the door for me, but he's not gonna ask for my number because I might be too intimidating.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up. We made this one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication.
But the man that does come up to me, that tries to get my number, I can tell you this, he's probably confident, he knows his value, he's not scared of a rejection, and he probably believes that he can afford me.
What? What the fuck?
Because a man that wants something serious is gonna be looking for someone that he can afford and maintain.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Shut up, bitch!
And this is why I have never been scared to admit that I'm expensive. Because a man that wants to get with me needs to be able to afford me first.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
This is just to remind you ladies to continuously try on your appearance. Look clean, look classy, because you will attract a specific type of man. We don't want to attract a lot of men, no. We want to attract specific high value men. Remember that.
Just sent for my new book entitled, I Wanna Be a Hoe.
Bitch, are you dumb?
Pardon me?
Are you dumb?
I think she's
I
dumb.
think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb.
Think
Are
you're
you, like, medically speaking, are you, like...
Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, are you dumb?
Are you... I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb. I think... Is she... Do you think
Oh,
she's dumb?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
It's that wannabe rapper. That's so embarrassing.
And if you gon' call on me, I might not be picking up, just being honest. Yeah, use up your imagination. She call it a coupe, I call it a spaceship.
What's up, motherfucker? He needs some milk.
There's more Edgars or more tortas in there?
More Edgars for sure. Edgars.
Would you guys rather have an Edgar son or a torta daughter?
Edgar son. You can change an Edgar haircut, you can't change a torta.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
And get with women who are not wealthy. I hate to say broke.
Round 1, fight.
You hate to say broke because women don't self-identify as broke.
Round 2, fight.
You didn't want to say it because I'm telling you why.
Final round.
Subconsciously, women don't identify themselves as being broke. They're saying
That's not
broke
what it is.
because he can't take you where you can't afford to take yourself.
Broke is a mentality to me, and that's why.
All right, your mentality and your bank account is broke.
Oh.
Broke is a mentality. She's trying to play word game.
I'm not playing
What
word
I'm saying,
game.
women do not self-identify as broke. They can be in between jobs and still won't identify themselves as broke.
Finish her. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality.
Like this, but a lot of y'all dudes are gonna have to settle for girls with high body counts. The days where you can find a woman with a body count less than 5 are few far in between.
Analyzing. Analyzation complete. Imagine if a man were to say, women are going to have to settle for men that are poor and homeless. The women would say, we're just not going to select those men. Yet here we have a lady saying that men must accept women with red flags, even though it goes against the wishes of men. This is hypocritical, as again, they are asking for something that they themselves would not do. At the end of the day, men should get their passports and go overseas. Settling for the red flags of a group of people who only want you for your money does not seem beneficial.
60% of men from 18 to 29, it's not even like they want to date anymore. They're single and they're not looking. So we're dealing with a very small pool of men, which means we need to be wise. I'm sorry, but I don't think any of y'all know how men work, because the way that I'm hearing you guys talk, it's like two different worlds. From our perspective, it makes a lot of sense. But we have Brian here, we have the cameraman. Men operate on a completely different spectrum when it comes to relationships.
Nice.
What's the max? What's the max? What's the max a man should be paying for child support?
The max, and I'm gonna be totally honest. With a regular kid,
Yeah, I'm talking about regular folks.
with a regular kid, at the most, a monthly 10,000 a month.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
A month.
You lost me. You said
A month.
You said what?
A month.
10,000?
A month.
10,000?
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no 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 fucking way, boy.
This is just the reality of it. So women, you know, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. We're going to hold off until we get that great job, really career driven. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
So, okay.
Uh-huh. Let him cook.
Go ahead, doctor. All right. So before, right, it was okay when the man made more money to be the one to buy everything, to do, you know, treat you and all this other kind of stuff. And now that you make more money, you can't be that one, right? You can't be the one to pay for the meal and because you're dating down. To me, by this particular study, I have to date down now. What is that?
Let him cook now.
I wanted to make more money. If there's a responsibility with making more money, first of all, I don't believe in any of it. But if there's a responsibility that comes with making more money, accept it.
Hot damn it, man. That's what I'm talking about. Let's
That's
go.
what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
It's good.
I woke up and went to work. And my manager, she's such a bitch. Lunchtime, iced lemon tea. It was so good. Then I saw this dress online. It was so pretty. Yeah, today was actually quite good. Oh, did you see the Blackpink concert? Oh, did you like it? Yeah, but actually, I think today was actually quite good.
How much an alpha man, and I'm only talking the real men, should be spending on a wedding ring.
Oh, this ought to be good.
I was always taught, at least in my circle.
According to your circle. A circle which is basically you and a bunch of your friends magically pulling some number out of your ass that you've decided is what needs to be spent. I wonder what that number's going to be. Let's find out, shall we?
That a guy should spend 3 months of his salary on the wedding ring. So if you're making about $100,000 a year, what is it, divided by 12 times 3 should be about, like, what, 25,000? Yeah, that sounds about right.
3 months of his salary. So a quarter of his entire income for 1 full year. For a meaningless rock that really has only one value. For you to lord over your girlfriends trying to outdo them. As in, my boyfriend's better than yours because he spent more money on. And they say it's all about love and companionship. Please. Let's be honest. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Nothing more, nothing less. You know it, I know it, and she obviously knows it. Because that's what she's telling us. Oh, what? You don't believe that? Well...
I mean, it's a wedding ring. It's what she's going to have on her finger forever. You better invest in that. I mean, honestly, if you're not making over $100,000 a year, you have no right to be married. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Is this where I say I told you so? All right, now that we've heard her side, let's hear what a real man actually should spend on an engagement ring. The amount is, drum roll please, 0. You shouldn't spend 1 frickin' cent on an engagement ring for a woman with expectations like this. Because as I said, she doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about having a relationship. She cares about one thing and one thing only. Status. In the form of money. And the best way, probably the only way she can get that status, is by extracting as much as she can from your wallet. She's never going to care about you as a human being. She's never going to treat you as anything more than a walking ATM. Which is why she's flat out saying that as a man, if you're not making $100,000 a year, you aren't worthy enough to be married. I wonder though, does she hold herself to that same standard? Does she demand that women like her bring to the table a minimum salary of $100,000 a year? Of course not. No, today's modern women think that the only thing they need to bring to the table is themselves. And most of the time, themselves is about on par with what you can buy at Dollar Tree or Dollar General. So gentlemen, save yourselves a lot of stress and trouble and take that $25,000 and invest it. Invest it in something that's actually going to bring you a value in return. Not to mention all your future income while you're with her, which she'll take when she decides that Chad down the street has more to offer than you do.
I want to ask because my cooch is dying, and it's and what and I don't have.
What have you been doing to it if it's dying?
Well, the dog pees all over it.
Okay, well that's probably why. It's a reasonable excuse. Yeah, nitrogen burns. Try to keep the dog off it, and yeah, you'll probably see results.
I don't understand what's going on with my co-host. Did I pick the wrong lawn, considering I have a dog?
No, Cooch is good, considering if it's going to be running on it. Cooch has got really good wear and tear tolerance, so it can recover quickly. But no lawn can really withstand dog pee. That's just part of it, part of having a dog.
All right, so the dog's got to go.
What a choice.
To save the cooch.
Where are all the good men?
I'm only going to say this once, and it's probably going to piss off a lot of single women, but those are the ones who need to turn their volume up. If you say things like, all men are trash, or I only attract boys, or I don't know why he continues to come back to me, then stop right there. Listen, men are not the problem here, you are.
Men are terrible. I can never find me a good man. Is that right? Is that right, Stephanie? Have you tried not being a psycho for 5 minutes?
Men, would you rather be stuck in the woods with a woman or a bear?
Oh, I think I can answer this on behalf of most men. Maybe not all, but most. But the answer is we're going to choose the bear 100 times out of 100. Why? Well, it's very simple. If the bear chooses to take us out, it's going to be over fairly quickly. Yeah, there might be a little pain. Yeah, it might not be fun. But relatively speaking, it'll be over soon. We'll be out of our misery. But getting into a relationship with a woman, oh, that's going to be a pain that lasts and lasts and lasts. It's going to be a slow, agonizing, torturous death. One that will never seem to be coming to an end. One that we're going to have to relive over and over and over again. So yeah, ladies, I'm sorry to tell you, but we're going to choose the bear also. But I got a better idea. How about neither one of us choose the bear? You go your way, we'll go ours. We men will be perfectly happy with that because the bottom line is this. Either way, we're the ones that come out ahead. We no longer have to deal with the drama, no longer have to deal with the narcissism, no longer have to deal with inane arguments about whether us or the bear is safer. We get to go do what we want to do best. Enjoy life and live in peace.
That my girlfriend will not be wearing this Halloween. I'm sorry, babe, but you're not wearing that.
He then goes to show an array of adult costumes that he would not want his girlfriend to wear. And what really threw me off was this comment here.
We don't care.
If you are somebody who thinks like this, I really need you to ask yourself why. Like, I'm really serious. What makes you believe that your girlfriend wearing something she wants to wear makes her unloyal? Are you concerned about her, or are you concerned about other men? Are you concerned that other men are going to be attracted to her? I think it boils down to this idea that when women do something that catches the attention of men, she's doing it for their attention. And she's not.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Apply what kind of person somebody is based off what they're wearing. Y'all know I love my hoochie shorts and I love my hoochie outfits. But trying to control your girlfriend because you don't know how to dismantle your insecurities are a you problem and not a her problem.
If a girl sets a boundary, it's empowering. If a guy sets a boundary, it's controlling. Women have preferences, men have something wrong with them.
And ladies, do not let these men tell y'all what y'all can and cannot do. If you want to do something, do it. If you don't want to do something out of respect for your boyfriend, don't do it.
I knew I deserved better. I knew that I gave him so many chances, more chances than what he needed. On my way back to the hotel room, and long and behold, there was this fine, beautiful black man. There was this fine and beautiful black man, I swear. I thought like God himself has sent me this guy. Oh my God, he's tall, fine, beautiful, beautiful teeth, smell good. Like I was like sitting in the back of him, I can just smell like the cologne like just coming my way. Anyways, so I started talking to this guy and he had some nice conversation in the first, couple of minutes. I'm smelling his cologne. It was some very good conversation. And so at that moment, I decided, you know what? You are overdue on intimacy, love, and everything else. Because at this point, I was done with my husband. Didn't care what the thought about me.
Of course. How selfish of me.
Didn't give zero whatsoever. And so, you know what? I hung out with this tall, beautiful black man, and I had the best time of my life. I deserved it all. And that's when I cheated.
Ever date the ugly guy?
Well, there's something indeed to be said for putting a person's shallowness on full display.
I know, he's nice, he's funny, he is so into you, he's so much fun. Right now, he is. He has to be all of those things right now because he knows he's got a face for radio, so he better work on that charm.
Right, because they couldn't have possibly anything else to offer.
I'm gonna date you, this woman who seems pretty far out of his league, right? A woman who also treats him really well with dignity and kindness.
So what exactly is the problem here?
He's gonna start thinking, you know what? Maybe I've got a lot to offer.
Oh, heaven forbid someone actually gains some self-confidence.
You treat a mediocre man like a king. He actually starts believing he's a king.
What I'm hearing so far is that a person shouldn't be treated well unless they measure up to a certain standard of attractiveness in a relationship.
And he goes out there to spin the block to see if he can get even better than you. He won't. He won't.
Lies. Oh, lies!
He'll find a lot out there, maybe a couple crazy gals or two.
Because apparently, only crazy individuals would date someone who isn't conventionally attractive, right?
Date the hot guy instead, seriously, because they never ever actually become assholes. They don't have those same feelings of shame and defectiveness, that insecurity like the ugly guy.
Lies! Deceptions!
I almost can't believe what I'm hearing, but believe it or not, there are individuals out there that actually believe you can tell everything you need to know about a person based just on what they look like.
I'll never, ever, ever win with the ugly guy.
And sometimes what is most unattractive about a person is their personality.
So why'd you and your ex break up?
Well, he was so toxic. He would never let me go to the club with my friends, and he was really insecure.
Yeah. That's a new one.
How do you know that?
Genius. Einstein's my uncle. What do you like to do for fun?
I don't really go out a lot.
You're more of a homebody. You like to stay in more, and you don't be going to clubs like that.
Oh my gosh.
You're different.
Yeah.
What's your zodiac sign?
My zodiac? I'm a Gemini.
I'm a Virgo.
No way.
Oh my God, our signs are so compatible for each other, and we're meant to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stars are aligning.
So what are you looking for?
What am I looking for?
Actually, I'll answer this for you.
Okay.
You want me to take you on dates every single day. You want to go out. You want to act like we're in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I'm not supposed to talk to any other girls.
No, you can't talk to girls.
You're supposed to talk to a lot of guys.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep talking for a couple months.
A few
and then
months.
We're going to break up. Right?
You get me so well.
Yeah, we're about to...
Oh my God! Wow!
So I think
that if you want to grow as a person, personally, you should allow yourself to experience different things. And sometimes that means experiencing other people and their thoughts and their values, right? Think about...
When you say that, do you mean getting ran through?
Yes, Brian.
Okay, here's the point.
Yes, Brian. It can mean sex, but she also mentioned that they would have conversations. Do you enjoy having conversations with people who can kind of challenge your thought and maybe give you a new perspective on things?
But when you think about different experiences, you're thinking about like hobbies, you know, like women's hobbies.
That was a hobby for sure.
Yeah.
Cause my boobs. No eyes. No face. Only
Haram. Took me back to his house, not because he wanted to do anything, because he wanted to show me the renovations he's doing in his basement. You don't go to basements on a first date, Reagan. I know, but he had barn doors. He was making a whole other apartment all by himself. He bought this house, and he says parent, and it's nice, and it's did you see his car? It's brand new. It's a 2021 SUV. It's beautiful. It has a screen in it. I started to forget about like everything else, and I was just like, wow, I could start living like this.
That's a W. Let's eat one. Let's eat one. That's a W.
Drink 2 glasses of soy milk every day, and I eat a block of tofu maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Paul, where is your scientific evidence? This makes no sense. Like, Paul, where is the research showing soy consumption has feminizing effects in men? Soy does not have any feminizing effects in men. If soy is feminizing, then show me the fucking evidence, Paul.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Go to any amusement park. How long them rides last? They ain't lasting no 10 minutes. 60 to 90 seconds. Give you the thrill of your life. And you mad at me because I gave you 4.
Best advice you've ever heard or received?
Believe in yourself. Why be normal when you can be the best?
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
Never say you can't do it. Say I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it.
The magic you are looking for is in the work you're avoiding.
Never fear a storm. Learn to dance in the rain.
Everybody that you fight is not your enemy, and everybody that helps you is not your friend.
The only thing that you can do is win so big that all of them constantly compare themselves to you, and then you'll forget they exist.
What is the worst advice you've ever heard or received?
It can't be done.
If I write a book about my life, don't know where I begin. Couple L's thrown at me, I took them on the chin. Used to see me taking losses, they surprised a nigga win. The longer I live, I'ma lose myself. And if I had choose me or you, then I'ma choose myself. A higher power in mind is worth me more than wealth. Hit a couple licks on your brody, I gotta use my scalp. Foreign belt, rap